All right, welcome everybody. Merry Christmas Eve to those of you that are watching live. We're here 8 p.m. Christmas Eve. Probably stream right up until 11 o'clock Christmas, I guess, if you're on the East Coast. But hope everyone is enjoying the holidays wherever you are. We are here to play some red white D&T. Now, I didn't really know what I was going to play tonight. I've been messing around with a couple of things, but I realized that there was actually a qualifier on Thursday, which I might play in and I might stream. 13 hours and 1 day from now is what, like 9 a.m. 9 a.m. on Thursday or something like that. So might actually end up streaming this on Thursday. So I wanted to play a deck that I felt fairly likely that I was going to try. I've been playing. I played some Overlord stuff off stream. I played some Moonstompy off stream, and I hadn't really played any red white. Talked about it last week how I just wasn't super interested in revisiting the deck because it wasn't really doing anything fun or new or interesting. And I think that kind of remains the case. I don't think this deck is doing anything new or innovative or interesting. But I did want to try it out to see if it feels good enough for me to want to register on Thursday, or if I should fall back on like Moonstompy, which I think is pretty well positioned, or if I should, try the Overlord stuff. I've got a lot of options. So we'll play for this for now. I'll talk about some of the changes here and things I'm happy with, things that I'm less happy with. Starting in the main deck, the only change, I think I showed this list off when we were talking about like post-ban, the post-ban world. I changed the pre-war formula for Numazawa's GT just to a little bit of a nod towards Nadu. Pre-war formula was performing really, really well, but decks that are killing my things are probably dropping off in favor of stuff like Eldrazi, all the iterations of Nadu. There's some combo popping up that makes you less interested in having a bunch of formulas in your deck, stuff like Oops All Spells. Mystic Forge is going to still be around. People are trying their Storm decks again, although 3 or 4 more is okay versus some variants of Storm because they thought C is your key card. You can 4 more it back. Leading into, we're playing a full playset of Thalia again. She's finally back for now. Just full cut 4 Spirit 4 Thalia just to see how that goes. I'm just like less interested in Spirit. I was looking at like some of the metagame information that we have. We don't have a lot. We're like a week into the post-ban meta, and like a lot of the Goldfish results are just going to be from like random leagues and stuff, so this isn't the best data to go off of, but this does feel like fairly representative of things that I would expect to see. The top decks are Eldrazi, Delver, Moonstompy, more Delver, Nadu, more Delver, Sneak, Oops. I think this deck is like very low-key, extremely powerful, and I'm really trying to respect this as much as I can, at least in deck building. Reanimator, people still trying to figure out what the best shell is post bans. We see like Mystic Forge, and then things start to like fall off. Some less common stuff. The Nadu Elves, Jeskai, us, Yuri on D&T right here. I think I saw, was it Yoshiwada doing? He like top 8'd. I'm pretty sure I can find it if I just click on this. Yoshiwada top 8'd a challenge fairly recently with yeah. Oh no, not top 8'd. This was just published. Oh. Okay. Am I crazy? Did he not top 8 one of these? Just looks like 5-0 a league and some like top 32s then. But Yoshiwada was playing Overlord D&T. Overlord, Felia, Flicker Wisp, the works. Things we kind of expected. Pretty similar looking main deck to stuff that we've been toying with. Hey, Tumbling Cat, thank you for the Prime sub. Merry D&T miss as well. I thought about trying to do a rhyme, like 'twas the night before Christmas, blah, blah, blah. I just couldn't think of anything. I just gave up. I'm not very linguistically creative. But yeah, D&T is kind of in a weird, ambiguous place right now. Not super interested in mono white still for reasons that really haven't changed that much. The mono white tools really just don't look. This is interesting that they're going down on Felia, but like we don't need a cast extraction specialist. We have pre-war formula. It's 2024, almost 2025. Stop putting this in your decks. But like White Orchid Phantom doesn't really feel, kinda I guess feels a a little bit where the meta's at. I hate that Goldfish does this. Get a refresh. Void Orchid Phantom's definitely a little bit better if Delver decks are going towards 3-color. I think Teamer typically has the basic island. Blue-Red will always have the basic island. Grixis doesn't always. Often is fully free of basics, so it's really good there. But then, like, really good versus Eldrazi, miss versus Moonstompy, miss versus Blue-Black, really bad miss versus Nadu, Sneak and Show. Good versus Oops if you get there, and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not a card that I'm super keen on right now, unless like the Eldrazi matchup really just isn't very solvable, and it doesn't really feel like White Orchid Phantom's the deal breaker there. Hey Cora, thanks for this resub as well. Twitch sub baby on Christmas. It's a miracle, truly. We've helped raise Twitch Jesus, I guess. Ashnos needs to come up with a new piece of Mpreg art.
What?
That's the part you heard?
What did you say?
I said you need to come up with a new Mpreg art.
No.
No? You putting that behind you?
I'm over it now.
Moved on to greener pastures.
No, except I have to post the nativity thing again tomorrow.
That's what I was thinking, is that you had a nativity thing last year and you don't have the one this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pencil learn for a maybe. I totally forgot where I was at. My on-screen chat's there twice. Oh shoot, yes, because it was broken last week, and then I have to put in a new chat thing because the chat this randomly happens. I never know how to fix it, but like some weeks I'll just boot up my computer and chat isn't there, and the chat source off OBS just won't function, and I will just create a new chat source and put it at the exact same size. It will work totally fine. And then the next, I always forget to turn it back off because the next week my chat will just be back for no reason. So then there will be 2 chats there. But yes, thank you for reminding me. Now where was I? Legacy meta, Eldrazi, Delver, Nadu, Oops All Spells, concerned about that. As D&T, I'm feeling really comfortable versus Delver. Feel pretty good versus Sneak and Show, especially on either the blue or the red or the black splash. Nadu, I think is a pretty contentious matchup, but pretty close. I think it's mostly fine. Mystic Forge, just still dodge it. Not a lot you can do there. Eldrazi is definitely the pain point, but just haven't really been seeing it around in my testing, at least. But I'm sure it's there, especially if I had played in like challenges or something. It's one of the most powerful decks that didn't get a piece beyond that Nadu, right? So, anyway, leading us all back to here, I have no idea if Thalia is actually like good in this field. I think looks better than Spirit to me in a variety of matchups. It's like more relevant than a lot of the combo decks. If you sometimes get to your turn 2 against Oops, especially in post-board games where you can like put a roadblock in turn 1 or whatever, if they keep it like a slower hand, Thalia is good where Spirit has no text. Versus Nadu, Thalia, and Spirit are equally kind of like, this card's okay, but like not the most exciting. Versus Eldrazi, they're both pretty textless. Versus Delver, I think I generally lean Spirit of the Labyrinth, but Thalia definitely has some notable upside there. There's a lot of random combo decks around Storms and Doomsday. I guess Spirit's better than Thalia against Doomsday, but what can you do? I think there's a chance that we want to try Thalia again. Maybe you play like 3 Thalia, 1 Spirit. Occasionally you'll want to recruit Spirit of the Labyrinth with Recruiter of the Guard versus like an active the One Ring, but you don't have time to get to like Skyclave or something. But I don't think that case comes up a ton. But yeah, I really just want to figure out something to do with this 2-drop slot, and none of the 2-drops feel at all appealing to me. So we're just trying some stuff. And then we get to the sideboard. We have pretty different than what I last had. I had like a pile of cages, Pithing Needle, stuff like that. I'm trying to really respect Oops All Spells. So I think it's really feeling like a Leyline of the Void meta right now, at least. If you can afford to play cages, I definitely would, because Cage definitely has some really nice cross-hate versus like the Nadu Elves deck and stuff. A couple other matchups, but Leyline is just really unmatched in power, and the banning of Psychic Frog has really made this card good again. I posted about it on Blue Sky. stop putting fairy macabres and surgical extractions and stuff in your sideboard and put ley lines and Craftinger's Cages. They are way, way, way better. Oops is regularly beating surgical extract. Like, surgical and macabre just actually almost never beat Oops anymore at this point without a secondary, like, piece of hate on top of it. It's just, you really want hard graveyard hate in that spot. So we're trying something like this, playing some Mindbreak Traps, because I think it has like, I kind of wanted Deafening Silence, but I kind of wanted a card that was better versus Oops, and I think Mindbreak Trap, I think a lot of Oops players are encouraged to go off turn 1 versus DNT, especially if you have, you know, like, Thalias in your deck and stuff. Mindbreak Trap, obviously better when you're on the draw and your opponent's just going to, like, blow up turn 1 you. There's a chance you just want to play, like, Deafening Silence instead, though. I'm not sure. We're just, you know, trying things, right? It's a new meta. Been out for 8 days. Anyway. All that being said, talking for, like, 12 minutes instead of just playing some Magic, huh? I don't think the prelim will fire. That is what I assume. Because it's Christmas Eve and people have better things to do, except for me. We will sign up for the prelim. I don't know why this preview thing is open. Weird. But I will plan on just playing a league tonight. And if the prelim fires, and we do that instead. Yeah, this is basically everything I wanted to do. Would really love for Delver to just come back. Like, blue-red Delver with, like, pops in the sideboard to, like, beat up all the Eldrazi players. Maybe even, like, Blood Moon in the sideboard. Just really bully the Eldrazi players. Just a nice blue-red Delver deck to come back would be great. Why is Moto acting like it's the first time it's ever been installed? Do I have my stops? I don't. Fuck. What happened? I didn't reinstall Moto. Beginning of combat. So I'm used to beginning of combat stop now because of what's it called? Emperor of Bones. And Sand's fine. My sounds are really loud. Do I need to turn down my volume? I think I turned it up for some reason. Hey, always home. Merry Christmas to you as well. Wait, I missed something. I missed a little ping. I heard something happen. Ruan. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, I didn't have a draw step stop. Although draw step stop's kind of not important anymore. No ports. Right. Looks like Nadu. Sand's good against Nadu. No cheap removal, which is not the best. We'll see how my opponent fetches. I might, like, just want to fetch double basic. I guess I can always just fetch a duel. I mean, yeah, I would just fetch Surveilling because I don't need basic mountain. We're probably just going to chainsaw Delighted Halfling. Happy Honda days to you as well, Eric. We might turn to Chainsaw turn 3 Magus. We might turn to Chainsaw turn 3 like Broadside. We want to draw like Solitude so we feel a little bit safer. Because we're going to be tapping out, so even something like Plow would be like a little awkward to weave into turns. We probably like Chainsaw into... we don't really want that. Kill.
I'm gonna hang out here and actually draw something.
What's up? Alright. Opponent is basic planes and halfling, which means Moon can cut them off of Nadu or Green Sun currently. You could easily just like play fetch land here and make that plan not as good. If we can kill this halfling, the Magus means Green Sun for 1. Sure. Is this for the protecty guy? No, just bird. Kind of want to just Bomba the bird, huh? Especially if they're going to miss this land drop here. I don't want to just play Magus and they have access to all their colors. They can do whatever they want. They can plow it if they want to. Broadside might bait out a plow, and then Magus sticks a little bit better. Really drawing a lot of lands here, huh? I'm just gonna try to Bombardier the bird, I think. Yeah. Next turn, depending on what my opponent does, we have like Stoneforge for GTA, chuck the Stoneforge. We have like Surveillant plus Magus. We got a lot of options. They find basic, or potentially basic, but they might want to fetch blue source here to like cast Ponders or Brainstorms that are stuck in their hand. Yeah. My guess is my opponent really wants to plow this, which would be nice to line up. This is Green Sun for 3. Okay, so we have to Stoneforge for GTA then, because if we Magus, we still get easily nomadsed. It's probably just Stoneforge GTA. Wastelanding doesn't seem. Oh, we have to play Stoneforge. We don't have to play GTA. We could Wasteland. I guess let's cast Stoneforge first to see what happens. They might like force a will it, and then we're in a pretty bad spot. But they don't know that. Is there any reason to grab Formalware instead? I'm going to sack the Stoneforge, so I could just get Formalware, but I think I'd rather just have GTA online. GTA's kind of one of the cards we really want in this matchup. Makes a lot of sense to grab it here. Fits into the curve better if we want to cast it this turn or like next turn off of after Wastelanding. This Blood Moon gets worse and worse every turn I don't cast it, which is kind of terrible for me, but Ponder. I kind of want to Wasteland this Trop now. I still have plenty of lands. I can still like play Equip GTA next turn if my opponent taps out a white man or something. I'm kind of into just... They missed the land drop and then played the Windswept Heath, so they top decked it. So unless this next card is like another land. Sure. No attacks makes sense. So unfortunately, this is really awkward because I can't threaten an attack. And if I just play Equip GTA, and I just get absolutely hosed by Source of Plowshares here. Is it just... I think it might just be fetch Surveil land, cast Magus. Cast Magus, attack even. If they double block, I would just throw the Magus at a halfling. I think I'd trade the Magus for 2 halflings, right? Cutting them off of 2 mana anyway. Hey, Jack Keener, thanks for the follow, appreciated. Let us surveil. Spell, please? Have we drawn a spell this game? Didn't I keep Magus, Broadside, Chainsaw, Stoneforge 3 lands? Did I draw one? I might have drawn one of these. Fortunately, this doesn't cut my opponent off of, like, a lot. Because obviously they can cast Nadu. Force Pitch Ponder. Alright, that's kind of fine. I unfortunately can't really attack into this holding a GTA super well, huh? Uh-oh, we're just dying. Oh, nice, we're not dying. Alright, now I'm just gonna suicide this Broadside in. because this Nomads is just incredibly scary. They double block. I kill one. I have nothing, but I can ping off the Nomads. And, like, that's the life that I have to live. It's kind of okay to kill the Delighted Halfling anyway. It would have really been cool to, like, draw something, huh? I could kill both halflings by chucking the Jite at the other halfling. But then there's a Nomads in play, which is pretty scary. I think I can just pop Yori into my hand the following turn, too, and still be okay. Is there any reason for me to not kill this now, or to kill this now versus not? I don't think I would bounce a Nado if they played one, so I'm just going to play a fetch land. Really want to draw like a Johnny, Recruiter, just, I guess almost any spell in my deck actually. Keen-Eyed Curator, that gets a little scary, huh? Okay, I guess that's a reason to ping it, huh? Add Yorion to hand. Maybe draw like a cool 2 or 3 drop would be really nice. Hey, that's a pretty cool 2 or 3 drop. No real reason to eat the halfling. Just eat the thing that's going to get really big and scary. Just eat 2 things while you're there, sure. Yeah, makes sense. Play around Formal Wear. Draw land, they're super dead. Equip Jite, attack, play Yorion, flicker Skyclave on Halfling. Could leave up Caracas on Yorion or something instead, but I just think the game's going to be pretty over, huh? We have a Jite with 3 counters on it. They have a 2/2 illusion. Kill your things. You get to fetch a surveil land or whatever. That's fine. This game feels fairly over. Next turn we'll play Caracas, equip Jite, Yorion, hit them for a bunch. Green Sun for Nadu? Oh, I did not actually put this deck on Flex slot. Or Stream Decker, thank you for reminding me. I'll try to put that on between games. Alright, there's Nadu, sure. Might just end up Crocusing this Nadu for a little bit. I guess we're just gonna get 5 counters. Did I see that Black-White D&T top 8 at a Modern Challenge? I did. If I had, like, any reason to play Modern, I would think about it. I guess we could just Crocus, Yorion, and Skyclave this again. Probably actually the play, huh? Equip GTA here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Equip GTA down to 6 mana. Crocus down to 5 mana. Yorion, Skyclave again. Eat the Nadu. Give them 1 trigger. Yeah. Wait, are they dead if they don't block? No, not quite, right? It's only 10. I'm gonna pump this once. In case they draw, like, Pending or, like, Teferi to reduce my number of counters. No main deck change opposed band. We have a Thalia in our hand. We got a main deck change right there. What do you got? A Leovold. That doesn't block a Lethal Yorion. They draw, like, Plow. Doesn't really matter. It's not quite lethal. Because we have to kill this and Crocus the Leo. And then, okay, yeah, they just give up. Cool. Couple main deck changes. Post ban. It's not on the list. Yeah, I haven't changed. I didn't update the list. I said that. I'm working on it. I talked about that as soon as someone called the deck list command. V2. Set is current. Alright, it's on Stream Decker. I'll add it to Flex later. Alright, so we can steal your list. It's also on the screen. You can I mean, I guess it's harder to steal right there, but yeah, it's on Stream Decker now. If you refresh, I'll put it on Flexlot after this match if I remember, which I won't, so sorry in advance. Alright, how do I sideboard in this matchup now? Well, in previous sideboards, I was like boarding out some of the spirits because they weren't that good. Was the Stream Decker link? It should just be like on the screen. There should be like a little Stream Decker widget. If you're on mobile though, I don't know. I got a minute and a half. Let's just put it on Flex slot for everyone. New deck. Post ban exploding kitten taxes V2. Made some pretty significant changes, I'd say. I changed probably like 8 or 9 cards, maybe more. Public. Great. Boom. Hey, Jarvis. Thanks for the 7-month resub. Appreciate it, buddy. Happy birthday as well. Everyone in chat, say happy birthday to Jarvis. Anyway. All these Thalias are pretty bad, whereas Spirit was like kind of eh. So maybe we just cut like this? We could maybe board in the 3rd Magus, but after like the Flicker Whips and the Thalias, I'm not really keen on cutting any of these cards. Maybe the Sash. Maybe something like this. Triple Magus is like not that exciting. They fairly commonly will just fetch a bunch of basics, and these Magi don't do a lot, but get some vibes here on how like Thalia feels, how Magus feels, stuff like that. All right, it should be on deck list should be on Flex slot now too. I hate keeping these hands. This hand's pretty good though. Put them all against a 6. We're on the draw. That'll be fun. I'm like pretty inclined to keep this hand on the draw versus Bant Nadu, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Not often you see them just run out nomads on turn 1. Hey, instantly rewarded. Nice. You love to see it. Love to be rewarded for my poor decision-making ability. Now, unfortunately, we actually don't have a second... I guess that's kind of a knock towards Magus. When the other cards are bad, like if this was a Thalia, we just pitch it to Solitude. But when Magus is bad, it doesn't do anything. But, I mean, not necessarily bad here. They lit off Tundra. We just need to get there first. Oh, man. So much for chainsawing those nomads. Maybe we chainsawed anyway. So many Rebs for Nadu. So if my opponent plays turn 3 Nadu, we have Solitude plus Rebs afterwards. Yeah, and we can't cast a Johnny here because our hand is full of red spells and nothing else. If we just play land go, we could wait and try to Reb a Nadu. And if nothing happens, we fetch Surveil and try to hit land 3, and then we have specifically red source, so we have double red, so we can like chainsaw continue to hold out red blast. I don't hate just saying land go this turn. I don't feel like I need to immediately take action here. I think I'm fairly happy just fetching Surveil land. Could always just end up solituding this oof instead of chainsawing it too. If we want to. Elegant Parlor, find another red source, please. Hey, another red source. Nice. So now we cast Chainsaw on Oof, hold up red, so we have Solitude, plus Blast Up. Seems pretty fine to me. Turn off the activated ability of this artifact, why don't you? I'll vial in... Oh, no, I can't leave up Caracas. I was about to say, I could have, like, vialed in Ajani and picked up with Caracas to keep the white card in Solitude, but not this turn. Because I obviously need to hold up the red elemental blast that we talked about, like, 3 times. Fetch Surveil Land, not basic. Yes. This Magus looking better and better. Thank you. Wow, that just worked. Holy shit. Attack. Attack into my Violon too. Dang. Alright, well. I should have maybe thought about... I'm going to turn myself off white mana, but I don't think that matters a ton. Well, it's a little dangerous, right? Because my opponent could have Green Sun for 3. But if we just draw any white card, we're fine. I could always just put in the Ajani, untap, pick it up, and then Violent Magus, and then I have the white card in my hand again. Or we just, like, you know, draw a white land or something, you know. There's no reason not to put this in right now. We draw any land, we, like, pick up Yorion, stuff like that. Hey, a white card. Nice. This is exactly what I wanted. So now we attack both, pick up a Johnny, replay a Johnny, Violent Magus. Is there a reason that I would want to hold up Blast rather than add more power to the board? I can't really blast a lot. Force of Will? Green Sun plus Force? That's a pretty good reason. Magus. Green Sun for 3. Response. Solitude. Trigger my chainsaw. We will reb the oncoming Nadu. Give them a trigger. Such as life. I think the Nadu gets banhammered in 3 months. I think it's more likely than not. The card's just like kind of miserable. I say as I've been like dismantling it pretty handily for 2 games. Thinking about something else? Thinking about like a Leovold or something? No. Alright. You got it. Blast. Nice mountain. Take this file up to 4. Guess equipped to the Cat Warrior. It's the most expendable. The least likely to get flickered. Only one off lethal actually. Oh, I guess that's a reason to not equip there. If they block it, a Johnny flips, then I just get to start zeroing for even more damage. Inferno 1, thanks for the follow, appreciated. If I attack all, they take 3. Okay, they just give up. Attack all, they block here, flip the Johnny, I zero, hit them for a bunch. I have the ability to like flicker out Magus to cast Plow as the last resort if they have like Plains Nomad Green Sun for 3 or something. Pretty handedly dismantled. Felt good. Those are how a lot of your Nadu matchups feel. Like, if you just line up your removal well and they don't just like punk you with like top deck all of the combo when you have like, there were a couple moments where we had the shields down for like a turn, right? Or like maybe not double shields up plus Force of Will or something. But it just worked out well. Felt good. The red like blasts were really good. Magus was really good that game. It is notable to think about how obviously you want to play around Magus a lot playing against red white D&T, but also like in matchups where like resources matter a lot, you're kind of incentivized to fetch out the Surveillance sometimes. Like my opponent fetched out the Surveillance on like turn 2 or 3 there. And they could have like instead fetched a basic island or basic plains or something and been more insulated against Magus of the Moon. And maybe like a savvier player would have fetched the basic and my Magus would have been worse. Hard to say. Yeah, I would not expect this prelim to fire. So we're gonna keep on trucking along. And is fine, not exciting. This feels like it's probably a fetch Surveillant hand. It's potentially just a fetch basic plains hand if we're in like Moonstompy, Eldrazi perhaps, something like that. We'll see. Bayou. It's like L, not Nadu Elves. Nadu Elves have the Bayou. What is This could be Nadu again. Just like Bant Zenith often has Bayou plus Leo. We saw Leo in the literal last game, right? I almost don't want to cast this Thalia, because, like, Broadside, Solitude, white card. It's a white card. Does that mean I want to keep it, and I can just cast Thalia on 2, Broadside on 3? Feels okay. Feels kind of bad to keep blank text box here, but I do need a card to pair with the Solitude, and I'd like to cast a card on turn 2. It would have been nicer as something like a Stoneforge Mystic, or like an Ajani, something I really want to cast on turn 2, and we use Thalia as the pitch card, but maybe it's good enough. They might go like shields down. Like if they tap out this turn, we could get like a double kill with Broadside Solitude potentially, or just hit him in the face for 7. This Void Sweep, it feels like it's just Zenith again, just really weird mana this time around. Sure, I'm just gonna get another Dork here. I'll double kill Dork with Solitude. Oh, huh. Is Newton playing birds in his latest list? I thought it was like all no, or all hierarchs. It might just be like an offshoot of a Newton list. There might be something else altogether. It might be like Maverick or something. I don't know. I think I'm just going to Broadside double kill regardless here. Would you like to block? Dang. It's rather unfortunate that I just instantly am completely out of gas in the tank after this. Almost makes me want to go face with this, but don't really think I can do that. Want to exchange my cards for material. I don't think I'm winning. I'm going to like be able to cross the finish line. Could be like Newton Elves with like a bird. Could be, yeah, like Maverick maybe. Just like actual factual Maverick, it looks like. Plow Broadside. 2 mana Plow Broadside. You got it. Another bird. Would really love spells. That's a spell. I'll take that. I mean, it's not a great spell, but pairs well with the Yorion. Doesn't pair well with the double Solitude in my hand, or the double Caracas in my hand, but if we find a different land, we can cast Solitude into Yorion. Take a turn of downtime here. I guess technically this still could... Oh, no, it can't be banned on Nukes. There's no way they play the Reclaimer. Yeah. It's just good old-fashioned Mav. That's fine. I don't even really want to Solitude any of this. If we draw the land, I'm just going to wait. Oh, nice. Hey, I'm not really super incentivized to Solitude this bird. And they have 3 other mana. It could be cutting them off of like a Green Sun or something, but I'd rather Solitude like a Knight or another Reclaimer. We'll see what I do on end step here. Yeah. Not a ton of incentive to kill the bird when they're this far along in the game. What do you have there? Your 2-card hand. More removal? I just want to get a clock going. Let's just kill the oof and start attacking. This is kind of awkward because I really want to fetch a Surveil here, but I want to cast Yorion with Caracas protection. I could like float mana. Am I attacking in anything stupid? I might be attacking into an endurance, so it's probably wiser for me to just pre-combat slam Yorion. If they have a plow for it, the Solitude's fine. We still get the 4/5. I suppose a legend rule is Caracas just to maintain the ability to fetch second Surveil. I think I might, given how down on resources I am. This will potentially incentivize them to cast a Sword Splashers. Nope. Alright. Cool. So they probably don't have a plow. I'm just going to send it. If they have endurance, I will... Oh, right. That's how that works. Definitely no reason to send it into a potential endurance there, when there's also a Maze of Ith in play. I almost want to just pick up my Yorion here. What's happening to me? Oh. Oh, they can't replicate anything else. They have one card in hand. Kind of don't even care. Kind of just want this to die and I just hold on to my Caracas forever, but like the odds that they have... You know what? Yeah, fuck it. You can have it. You win. I don't need this. I would rather hold up Solitude to protect Yorion. Or hold up Caracas to protect Yorion. If that's the case, maybe I'm supposed to pick it up right now. What does that mean? No Surveil land? This is kind of scary. Do they have like crop rotation? Hey, look at me. I'm a genius. They have like last card crop. This is definitely Mav and not depths. So the odds that they have literal crop rotation seem very low. So many legacy players who don't want to play Surveillance. Yeah, Surveillance are busted. I think more Delver decks should be playing a Thundering Falls than shouldn't, honestly. I'm just wondering. I'm probably just playing around Endurance seems kind of stupid when I'm putting them on a 2-turn clock. I have Caracas if they make. Well, yeah, if they make Lage, they like kill the Solitude, and then I have to like chump block with Yorion because I'm attacking. Oh, I'm at 21. All right, that's a big deal. Thinking about not fetching now. We'll see. Crop rotation? Oh shit! Wait, I have a Caracas. Is this just for like Saga? That's what you meant by I have a Caracas if they have Lage. Is that I have a Caracas in play that can bounce their Lage, not I can like block bounce my Yorion forever. Are they just... They just don't know the text on my card either. Oh no, they're making second Maze. Sure. And have the threat of Lage. I kind of don't want to fetch, but I probably really need to go get Surveil land. They just like cast Knight or whatever here. I can just pick up Yorion and kill whatever they do. Oh dear. That's gonna be Safekeeper? Do they have that in their deck? No, okay, that's fine. You have no cards and no mana. We're going to go to 20 here. It's like a tiny bit risky, but I would love to find more relevant cards. Hey, that's a relevant card. Attacking's worthless into 2 mazes. I've learned my lesson. Happy holidays, Frankensteiner. And now we see, yes, the old double maze. Well, we'll start chipping in 2 damage. They're at 13. We got 7 turn clock. We can kill any creature they put into play for the rest of the game. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of annoying. If only you were a Spirit of the Labyrinth. Full send with the team. Yeah, happy to hang out and chill for those of you not doing anything on this Christmas Eve. If they just like play a creature, I will jam Second Solitude just so I can start getting in more damage. Can we have a full look at the sweater? I'll stand up after the stream. It's just a Spider-Man Christmas sweater. I can stand up, or not after the stream, after the match, or maybe game, who knows. Chinese food in a movie day? It was fried chicken day for us. It's a Japanese tradition. It's usually a Japanese tradition to eat fried chicken on actual Christmas. But we just do it on Christmas Eve because it's really hard to find any place that's open on Christmas. Fuck. Do I cast the Solitude into nothing? Jewish tradition is Chinese food in a movie? That's fun. I kind of feel like I want to cast the Solitude. Maybe I don't. I think my drop zones aren't necessarily better than theirs because they have a Sylvan Library in play. So I think I do. They do technically have the ability to activate Thespian Stage if they want, but it doesn't matter. We have the Crocus for now. Try like Stoneforge Mystic. Would that even do anything? Skyclave. Hey, that's pretty good. Skyclave the Sylvan Library. Made sausage, gravy, and biscuits. That does sound banging. I made a strawberry shortcake yesterday. That was fun.
Ooh, let's have some cake.
Oh, we can have some cake on stream. Chat doesn't get any.
Of course, the cake was for me.
Skyclave this library away. Be gone. The cake's not a lie. It's literally in my fridge right now. I posted a picture of it on Blue Sky. Alright, we have lethal in play. Oh, never mind. We no longer have lethal in play. But they're only drawing 1 card a turn. They did not find Wasteland, which would have definitely been problematic. Full send with team.
I've drawn something.
Oh shit, they drew a spell. That's bad. Oh, that's a pretty bad spell for them to have here. That's kind of not great for me. Maybe they target the Thalia. Wait, no, I'm not allowed to tap this Crocus because then they could make Lage. That was a pretty good spell. Dang. Probably should have targeted the Thalia, I think. We can't afford to take 20, that's true, yeah. I guess I should have bounced. I would bounce it if they targeted it, because we could just take the 20 damage. Alright, chump blocking. Sure. Wait, they mazed the... Oh, they fucked up. They mazed the Solitude twice. They're dead. We did it. This has been mazed twice, right? That's what all these checks stacked? Yeah, we did it. Okay, we were actually trying pretty dead. Whew. Alright. In my defense, it was right there on the screen. That wasn't just like a random misclick to like, I don't know which one of these things is getting mazed of it. It was on the screen. I don't feel that bad about that W. I feel a little bad about it. Magus doesn't seem the best here, but certainly better than these Thalias. Yeah, Maze definitely makes itself pretty clear. I'm gonna show off. I forget who asked about my Christmas sweater. It's literally just Spider-Man. Never feel bad for it. It was a Maverick player, so you feel a little bad, right? None of these other cards seem very good. You can like talk about the cage, but I tend to not like cage that much versus decks that only really use their library, like only our green Zenith decks, like no other cards that really get affected by this. No chords or natural orders, like graveyard stuff. Yeah, we'll just end it. Double maze gameplay is villainous. Yeah, it makes you have to take forever. The only thing worse is like Tabernacle on Moto. It's awful. Alright, we're not keeping the sand. Alright, this is a good hand. Bottom, I don't know. Opponent's going to 5, jeez. I like all of my cards is the thing. It's either bottom Solitude or Broadside, I think. Although, if I bottom Broadside, it makes the Ajani worse. Whereas if I bottom like... Solitude is probably the choice. We're on a Multa 6. It's card disadvantage. Both of our white cards in our hand are very good right now. I think it is Solitude. It's a little awkward if they go, like, Mana Dork into, like, turn 2 Knight or something before I can answer it, but... They're on 5. I think this is fine. It's also not the end of the world, even if that exact scenario happens. We still have, like, Skyclave, we have a Johnny Broadside, we have powerful choices. You found the cake on Blue Sky. I should have just pulled it up. Shown it off to chat. No spell. Just say go. Yes, that's what I wanted. Ooh, now we get to fetch basics too. I think I likely want to fetch at least one basic, maybe even basic Plains, basic Mountain, or something. Surveil Land? Do they have one? They just didn't fetch it last time? No, they don't. Okay. We're playing the Super Qualifier. If you have experience with Blue-Black Tempo, Reanimator, and Delver. I mean, those sound like pretty good choices. All of those decks have performed pretty well recently. Abrupt became an Aether Vial. That's fine. We got 3 lands. I'll fetch Mountain here so we can cast all of our spells. Play a Johnny. But all 3 of those decks have had, like, reasonable top 8 performances in, like, challenges for the past week. Classic on-time mom. It would have been on time. She was ready for the Aether Vial. My opponent just rudely destroyed it. She was perfectly on time. I don't know what Delver list looks the best right now. I've seen, like, the people going back to, like, the blue-red Splash for Questing Druid list. I've seen, like, straight blue-red. Oh, man. I liked that guy. Could just be a Mom plus Tapland angle. Don't really like casting either of my 3-drops here. We do attack first, incentivize them to cast Orcish Bowmaster. Nice. Saved the mom. Look at me not casting my spells pre-combat like a genius. I wonder if I even should have cast the mom last turn and just waited for like turn 3 of Johnny plus Caracas. Abrupt Decay the mom? Alright, then I accept this. My opponent has 1 card left in hand. We're pretty stacked. This might be the old broadside, attack you go. We had 2 draw steps, that are a surveil and a draw step towards finding a better spell to cast. But casting broadside here lets me potentially do like the cool Skyclave trick where you sack it with the trigger on the stack. I mean, it's not bad. My opponent's gonna die pretty quick if I just cast broadside every turn, but do I want this over a random card in my deck? I kind of think it's fine. Like the casting broadside into Skyclave into broadside or something over the next couple of turns doesn't sound the worst to me. Oh, they have plow? Deal. That's why we kept the second broadside. Last card plow. And now they'll cast some dumb green idiot like Knight of the Reliquary or Elvish Reclaimer. We can Skyclave it. All according to plan. Or they don't. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Yet. Makes me feel much better about attacking into a second orc. I guess the second Orcish Bowmaster doesn't actually create a second block. We could just Formal War back the mom this turn instead. Or we could, like, sack the Skyclave and Formal War back the Skyclave from... I kind of like just having multiple removal spells, honestly. This is worse if they just have another plow. Guess this gets a little bit awkward if they just don't attack. Then what do I do? I just send it. Just send it. Get blocked and then for war back the broadside. Oh, sure. They've opted to not. I will accept this. Two cards in hand? What do you have over there? Oh, Abrupt Decay. Sure. Kind of want to add Yorion to my hand. Is that weird? If I draw a land, it's worse, because it's a nice 6-mana turn where I could Formal Wear and add Yorion to my hand, versus... Although, if I'm not adding Yorion to my hand, I'm post-combat Formal Wearing back broadside. I guess this is worse if they find Graveyard Hate this turn, huh? They like play a fucking Keen-Eyed Curator or something. Then we just Skyclave it. Oh, we Skyclave that. Draw a land. We can attack with broadside, play Skyclave, chuck the Skyclave at something, and eat the Sylvan Library and not give them a token? Yeah, like that. Just like we drew it up, exactly. Do I even want to actually throw the Skyclave? I'm not sure. Because we have a Yorion in hand, but we could also just Yorion the Formal Wear and get back the Skyclave that way. Deals them 5? They would go to 8? That just like sets me up for like lethaling though. It's pretty nice. I guess they could just double chump block, but that's also pretty acceptable. Yeah, the old O-ring shenanigans are nice because you don't see that the double different the double trigger on so many cards anymore. Oh shit, that's pretty good too, huh? Oh, I'm supposed to solitude a thing. Oh, I'm not. They're gonna kill it. Endurancing before I attack. Interesting. Interesting. Well, makes my formal wear a little bit worse, huh? I guess not particularly. I think I'm just gonna go to combat and send it. If they double block, we blow them out with just Solitude. If they triple block, we can decide what to do from there. Fetch Dryad Arbor. Oh, they're just dead. You're at 7 life. GG. It's just that easy. We'll never know what they were going to fetch. But yeah, you don't see like the templating with Skyclave a lot anymore because everything's templated like Banishing Lights. But this one, because it has two distinctly different effects, you do get to do that like trick where you, with the ETB trigger on the stack, you flicker it or blow it up or something, and then you get the leave the battlefield trigger that resolves first. It's always a fun thing to do when it comes up because it just doesn't come up nearly as often anymore. Anyway, was there something I was supposed to do between rounds again? I don't think so. They fixed it in M14, haven't looked back at those guys. I think they do it on a couple other things. There's like isn't there like a stupid thing from like Ixalan that like exiles a thing and it makes a 3/3 dino baffling end? Isn't that 2 separate triggers? Yeah, stuff like this. It happens when the leave the battlefield ability does something different than just bring the thing back. Like on Spell Queller, you have to let them cast it again, so it's a separate trigger. On Baffling End, you're giving them like a token similar to Skyclave. But on anything where it's just like you give them the exiled card back, then it's usually templated as a single trigger now. It's not bad. A little awkward that without drawing another land, we can't like 1, 2, 3, but these are all really good cards still. Sometimes we get punished for our tap land hubris, but we also have 2 draw steps to not get punished by it. Or plenty of other things could happen. We have to cast Solitude. We die before we can cast any of these spells. Plenty of options. Turbo Doomsday, you say. Yeah, exactly. My opponent literal turn 1s me, has the like Dark Writ, Doomsday, Petal, Brainstorm kill. We would at least get to cast Mother of Runes. So we do get to cast at least 1 spell this game. Even 2. We could cast the Solitude in response to my opponent turn 1ing me. We have the ability to cast 2 spells before dying this game. Only 1 to 2 correct decisions away from playing Strawberry Shortcake. I made a Strawberry Shortcake. Does that count? Oh, I didn't pull up the Blue Sky post. Casting Mother Runes and dying is good content. I mean, it's been good content since. What's that Cedric Phillip quotes has to be like almost a decade old at this point, right? I'm just gonna fetch basics here. I don't trust Tundra gamers. Could easily be like Nadu, ban Nadu, but could easily be some like back to basics sicko. Or like someone that just has Wasteland in their deck for no reason. Pull up the cake picture. Show off the strawberry shortcake that I made. Which Cedric quote? The one where he's like dunking on D&T players or dunking on like I think it was Maverick specifically. I can't remember the exact quote, but he was like laughing about like the cast Mother of Runes, you're dead. Like turn one, you Dark Ritual, Tendrils, whatever, and just like really just laying into like how goofy it was that this was like a Mother of Runes format and everyone's like killing you on turn one. Send it, see what happens. Fair enough. This is indeed a sicko that could easily have back to basics in their deck. People casting Counterspell in the year of our Lord 2024. Man, I really wanted to add Yoran to my hand and play this. I guess this Aether Ball kind of sucks. I think I'd rather add Yoran to my hand to play Elegant Parlor. Is there any reason that I would want to have Yoran in my hand here? If my opponent, like, snap plows me, I'm not going to pitch Yorion. I'm just going to lose my board and cry about it. If they, like, Hole Breacher me and block the Ajani, I would still just lose my board and cry about it. God damn it. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked this turn. I think I'm still fine. My opponent has 3 cards in hand. We have 2 5-drops. Like, Johnny traded 1-for-1 with the snap. It's mostly fine. Hey, look at that. Oh, put that on top. Does this mean I want to play Vile instead? Because there's no way I'm ever casting Yorion next turn. I guess it's not true. But the following turn, I'm either casting a Johnny and I can add Yorion to my hand, or I think I will. Opponent woke up from a cryo chamber. High ratings since 2013. Oh, they have a 2021 card. 2022 maybe? Fuck me, I guess, huh? Classic removal, counter removal Jace, like it is, like it's 2024, like it's 2014. Oh no, my Ajani, you asshole! Wait, they left it on top? I survey. I guess it's not that threatening to a Jace specifically, so I could see leaving it on top. Oh no, they did bottom it. What is? How do you tell what this thing does? You may put that card to bottom. It says like chose not to use Jace's ability or something after that, right? I think we just hold up Solitude. Get it countered, lose, etc. Probably just gonna die here. Unless we draw like Recruiter or Skyclave. Maybe we'll just keep plussing. Dang. God damn it. I almost yielded to Ed Step, and then I was like, nah, my opponent's definitely gonna have Teferi this turn. Bounce the Solitude. We'll draw. Spirit would be much better than Thalia if we top deck it. Maybe like Plow. The thing about just bouncing the Vial, maybe. Top deck. Recruit of the Guard, Skyclave Apparition, maybe? One-time dealer? Not even bouncing the Vial. The disrespect. Oh, wait, this does it. Punch the Teferi down to 1, chuck the Formal Warrior at Jace for 5? If I get Spell Pierce here, I'm going to openly weep. Now, I could keep the Formal Wear around, but I don't even think the Formal Wear is going to be that good. I could, like, attack the Jace and chuck the Vial at it. I like putting the Teferi down to 1 so it can't bounce, and then just fully clearing the Jace. Oh, I had a Vial. Why did I cast the Stoneforge? Didn't really end up mattering. But I could have played around Spell Pierce, I guess. Formal War was really good there, yeah. What am I doing this turn? Do I send both at Teferi? We just top deck Kaldra. That's what we'll do this turn. Plow? Prismatic Ending? What you got, opponent? Nothing. Alright, cool. Tick up. That's the thing that I said I was going to do, huh? Oh man, counterspell? Snap counterspell? What a jerk. At least it means my Broadside Bombardier's living. And we get to clear the Teferi. Guaranteed now. I'll just send this at the Teferi. And then pick up Yorion. Opponent gonna die casting cards they love. I thought we were gonna die watching them cast cards that they love, but then we top deck Stoneforge Mystic. Which was just incredibly good. Did they know their top card? Why are we upkeep cycling this? I don't think they knew. Oh no, they did Jace Brainstorm, yeah. And then they had 1 turn, so they did know their top card here. Sanctuary. That doesn't do anything yet. Please play it. Nice! This is not an island. Oh. Whew. That was a good one. Excellent sequence. Love to see that. Alright, alright. Good old Jeskai, huh? Probably just do without these. We got 3 equipment left. What's our last cut? Thalia's is actually pretty decent here. I think Chainsaw should be able to target Planeswalkers. I don't know about you, Chad, but I think it's kind of fucked up that this card does not target Planeswalkers. They will shave a Plow. That seems fine. Solitude's got a body. You can chunk it with Broadside, stuff like that. Leyline to make their Ambush Vipers bad. You thought I did, that's why. Yeah, I figured that's why you put up the text. You're gonna use a Chainsaw against an interdimensional magical being? I think there's other cards that can target Planeswalkers that I feel like you should be able to target a Planeswalker with a Chainsaw, right? I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are some good examples. It's in the lore. When your spark awakens, you become immune to chainsaws. I see. Okay, I must have missed that lore drop. That does explain it. It seems average. I don't even know if they were on like the red splash. You'd almost always see like Jeskai for blast and like a singleton fourth Aerolingus. Wait, did I have all my Maguses in? Should I have cut some of those? I don't know. Plow's pretty bad too. I'd rather have like Magus randomly cut them off of like the second white mana sometimes. It has a body. But I didn't board the third one in, which means that like the others are definitely a little bit more cuttable. Opponent probably the kind of sicko that will cast Prismatic Ending on a Veil. Oh, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, it's like we didn't see red, so like Prismatic Ending actually like feels a little bit loose when you're not on the third color. But they might be on the third color. They just didn't see it. Their mana was a little bit awkward that game one. How it worked out. You wouldn't Prismatic Ending any other WoW opponent. Come on, be cool about this. Jerk. All right, come on, deck, be cool about this. Let me have some spells, please. All right, again, opponent, you gotta be cool. Be cool, be chill. Just pass the turn. I don't even want to cast it. I have to cast a spell, though. My opponent showed me counterspell. But, like, if I just put your in my hand or something... Come on. Come on, deck. Chill. Alright. Recruiter's nice, because it fits the curve better than Stoneforge. And we can also, if they do counterspell it, we could potentially Stoneforge 4 more back the Recruiter. It's worse in that if they counterspell this and untap and play Chase the Mind Sculptor, for example, then we don't have a good, clean answer to it. Whereas we could, like, at least Recruiter a Skyclave, potentially. This way we'd have to cast Stoneforge, then 4 more the Recruiter, and then Skyclave. That's just extra steps. Come on, everyone, be chill. Just pass the turn again. That's totally fine. Yep, that's allowed. That's good. You can have that Timeless Dragon. What am I think I am just Stoneforging Formalware. Cauldron doesn't seem great here. Sash seems like it could potentially be okay. Good against Snapcaster Mages. But, I mean, they would probably just Eternalize the Timeless Dragon next turn, which would notably wouldn't be that scary if they did. 4/4, pretty beatable. But I think I'd rather just go get Pre-War Formula for Recruiter. Just a bunch of value. kind of awkward that, like, we're off curve every step of the way. We have 2 mana floating here. We can at least fetch a Surveil land, but next turn we'll have 2 mana floating again. If they don't kill Stoneforge, we could potentially pop Yorion in our hand, because we can activate Stoneforge. Oh. Alrighty, then. Guess we're doing this, then. If they just Eternalize Timeless Dragon, I'll just Solitude it. Wouldn't feel that bad. Yeah, that's definitely not terrible for me, Force Will on Stoneforge. Obviously, there are some holes in our plan. Like if they... Okay, nice. Like if they had Windmill Slammed like a 4th Erlingus. I told you! What did I say? What did I say, chat, about the random control sickos that just have Wasteland in their deck? It was like at the start of game 1 when I was talking about fetching basics. Oh, well, we can't Solitude this now, but we can just add Yorion in our hand. Or find a spell. That's a spell. It's not an exciting spell, but we got plenty of lands. I think I'm just kind of fine casting a 2/2. This might be the random control sicko. True. Yeah. 2/2 with Moto? Hello? Moto? There we go. This at least it gives us a little bit of stuff on board, which is nice. A little insulation versus, you know, random planeswalkers and stuff. Gives my opponent more things to deal with. And then untap and cast Solitude, add Yorion to hand. Do plenty of stuff. Flings the Solitude for 7 damage, yeah. I don't know that I would. Because I probably value bodies at this stage a little bit more. We could. If they just hold up all their mana, we just play our land, send it, probably upkeep or end step or combat step, Solitude this Timeless Dragon. Ah! Oh. Right. Forgot about the prelim that definitely wasn't going to fire. Jump scared. Remember when D&T played a Timeless Dragon? Those were better times. I did enjoy those. Ooh, more Timeless Dragons. Alright. You got it, opponent. Opponent not feeling like a back to basics sicko. They have a lot of duels and whoa. Alright, deal. A lot of duels and Wasteland is what I was going to finish that sentence with. Would have been nice to throw with a Broadside Bombardiers. Doesn't kill a Timeless Dragon, though. I'll just Sorcery Speed this Solitude. Plays around to Counterspell or Hardcast Force Will or some dumb bullshit. I'm probably going to kill this before they deal me damage anyway. 13's not the comfiest life total. They're about to make another 4/4 this turn. We're at the point that, like, I would have brought in Rest in Peace in my sideboard if I had it, but... Oh, that's much scarier than a 4/4. Fair play, opponent. Well, spew out my hand, hope it's good enough. Doesn't feel like it's going to be good enough, but you never know. My opponent also has the ability to, as soon as they find a fetch land, Mystic Sanctuary back, like Pyroclasm or Lorien Revealed, potentially. These are all fairly scary options. bounce the mom. Come on. You know you want to do it. It's gotta be the worst target, right? Soul Dude might actually be a worse target. Gives me insurance on the Timeless Dragon. They have an answer to this mom, too? They do. Fair enough. Interesting sequencing. Maybe they found the brainstorm off the Teferi. Now what do I do, though? Just jam Yorion, I guess, on an empty board? We'll jam Solitude if we draw, like, a better thing to flicker. Or we'll... Who was the standstill enjoyer? Show yourself in chat. Well, fair enough. Yeah, I'll cast Yorion here. Because this Teferi is here, the Teferi ticks up faster than our Vial ticks up, so we can't put in these things around. Standstill and Wasteland? Yeah, the Wasteland is to answer the Urza sagas that they'll play into your Standstill. Hey, Elf Lord Gucci, thanks for the resub. Appreciated. Anyway, we just have to crack the Standstill. And heck... hang on, that's a lot of text. Heck no num packs? Tough one. Thanks for the follow. My opponent's definitely a sicko. I wonder if there are 4 Theralinga sicko. There's so many wastelands. Or are you supposed to just kill the Teferi too? Oh yeah. I was thinking I was holding this up, but I wasn't, because there's a Teferi. I don't know if I want to kill the Teferi, though. Yet. Can always decide later, but they might counterspell this Reb now. Yeah, that's kind of fine, honestly. You can't even make the Timeless Dragon while I have Solitude. 2 cards in hand. Yeah, we probably just have to Reb the Teferi, huh? Not really going to be able to Reb a lot else in the interim. Wait. Oh, I was supposed to play this land. They could actually Wasteland me and then Timeless Dragon me. If they really want to. Fair enough. I think I'm just going to Solitude this 2-2, honestly. They have 1 card in hand. Actually, no, I don't want to. They might plus. If they Wasteland me, I'll just Solitude. I don't think my opponent has 4 Theralingus in their deck. I'm starting to think. Yeah, this is fine. Can't think of any other reason to be a Jeskai. Clearly, it's Pyroclasm and Red Elemental Blast. And Prismatic Ending. It's almost, like, my opponent has shown me so many cards that just win the game and don't do anything else that, like, it feels weird for them to have 4th at this point. That can't be good for me, huh? Draw Broadside Bombardier? They chose not to, which means they left it on top. Alright. I shouldn't think that long. I should just pass the turn and die, but see more of my opponent's cards along the way. Take them off red. Oh yeah, I guess I could. No, I want to watch them cast 4 thoroughly, I guess. What is this opponent? What's going on here? on multiple copies of Standstill, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Wandering Emperor, multiple copies of Timeless Dragon. You kill me in pretty short order here, huh? Someone with this deck should be using older basics. Yeah, it looks like they just freshly booted it up. Got image. I guess not that fresh. They have image 3 basics and not like Duskborn or Foundations. But like, I feel like Jeskai Pilots would sooner die than have mismatching basics. What? Hold up! What is happening? What is this for, opponent? Is this just for pending for 4? There's no way you have black spells in your deck. I refuse to believe that this is a reality. Did I miss another? They made a 3rd Timeless Dragon. I guess I missed that. All right, they got me. I refuse to believe there's a single black card in my opponent's deck. Actually, maybe we want these plows again, huh? Maybe these plows are actually pretty good. They showed us so many creatures. I kind of want these Maguses a little bit. The Doomsday Pivot. I think Magus is still probably pretty bad. Plow's probably better. I don't think I would cast any of the other spells. Simply between some number of copies of Plow or Magus. Yeah, what an unusual deck for sure. Chainsaw does not kill Timeless Dragon tokens, so I'm not that interested in it. Anyone know why Masticore has a metal penis in its bottom mouth? Does it? Which one? Argentum Masticore? I think I'm just gonna do this. I don't think Magus is actually that good versus them. Like, oh, the actual card Masticore, sure, fair enough. Literal Masticore. These are the hands that you keep and then you never hit land 3, but like, I'm never not keeping this hand. We'll fetch Mountain, so we can for sure cast Broadside in the face of my opponent's triple Wasteland Gaming. Opponent looks like they're playing a list similar to one that was featured in North American Eternal Weekend. I don't remember seeing that list. I'll cast Thalia here. It's the best into open mana. It means they can't just like plow or whatever. Right on time, Mom. I almost just want to play Mom, so I don't have to fetch within my deck of 1 land, but we'll just draw a white source next turn. It'll be really nice, and we get double spell, and everyone will rejoice. There will be much rejoicing to be had. Notably, we actually haven't seen a single Wrath from them, have we? No Supreme Verdicts, no Terminuses. Pyroclasm, I guess that is a Wrath, yeah. Just thinking about like what cards we're supposed to be playing around. Pending. Land. Fuck. I cut 2 of these. I didn't think it was actually going to be good against this deck. It was a joke, deck. You don't have to do this. A lot of cards I have to think about playing around now, at least. I will attack into... oh, thank God, land. Bodies for 2 mana seems to be as long as we don't trade the Ajani for a Snapcaster again. I mean, it traded 1 for 1. It was fine. We won that game. This is actually a really good land to draw, too. Means that I probably just am not double spelling, though. Just Stoneforge for what? Cauldra? I'm not super keen on... Oh, okay. Well, that answers that. 4 cards in hand. Do I cast Mother of Runes? Kind of just want to hold up the protection on the Ajani forever. If my opponent just says go, then we just untap. I think I'm fine. I think I feel pretty decent out of position. If we get like Pyroclasm, if we cast Mom, we get Pyroclasm to be really bad. Flipping this Ajani would be really nice if they put the shields down at some point. Bounce the Ajani, bounce the Ajani, bounce the Ajani, bounce the Ajani. Dang. Matt! When we get Fatal pushed here, I'm gonna lose it. I typed that before they played the UC. Like, I know you did. I definitely knew that was coming. The awkward thing is that Magus gives them the red mana to potentially Pyroclasm me, which is really funny. And it shuts off the Caracas, so I can't protect the Ajani. I think I'm fine just recruiting for something. What is this in your deck for, opponent? I need to know. Is it just recruit for, like, Stoneforge here? Maybe they'll just force it. Who knows? Sure. I think it might just be recruit Stoneforge for Formalware, Stoneforge for, you know, Cauldra, or Sash, maybe. I don't hate that. Chainsaw's not in our deck right now, yes. And also wouldn't be very good for a variety of reasons. I almost want to pick up this Ajani while the shields are down, but I think I value having a board state more. Because my opponent does have a fair number of Planeswalkers that I would like to pressure, even if it's with 1/1s and 1/2s. But getting this Ajani, getting a new cat token off the Ajani would be nice for our Bombardiers. Could get a second Ajani and just flip our other Ajani with it. That's like not bad. It's worse than just Stoneforge though. Wow, she's been asleep in there the whole time?
Yeah, I put that up and plugged it in so that she wouldn't bother you, and it worked.
Wow, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, she's been in there all night. You didn't wonder where's dog? Why is she not on my shoulder?
I didn't. Is this when they get their volcanic island? Oh man, this Blood Moon looking like better and better. If my opponent eventually answers this Ajani, the Blood Moon might actually do something. Alright, am I allowed to attack? My opponent's Snapcaster Mage just targets Counterspell or Brainstorm. Yes, we will attack. I really don't want to overextend into a Pyroclasm too much. If they have Bowmaster, I mean, if they have Bowmaster, they just kill the Recruiter and then block the Ajani and then I pick it up. Still waiting for that Fatal Push. Yeah. Counterspell? Snap Counterspell, sure. Alright. That's fine. We'll play Mother of Runes here, and aren't that committed onto the board here. The Underground Sea is for Toxic Daily. It's just for the ending for 4. I can feel it in my bones. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Aren't I just winning on this board? I guess they have like 14 turns to draw a Timeless Dragon or something. I mean, I might just crack their standstill. If I just send, and they block. Ugh. I don't hate just cracking the standstill, I don't think. I don't... They're casting standstill hoping that you don't do anything. I mean, I don't think... I think they're 14 draw steps towards one of their 3 copies of Timeless Dragon is a lot. I think I'm going to crack it. I'm just thinking about if I want to attack. Just let them trade here. Let it happen. Deal them 1. Flicker Wisp be a Johnny. If they like removal spell in response, we have Caracas. If they block here, I just Caracas and Flicker Wisp a Recruiter. Yeah, I think we just... Alright, sure. Maybe we just jam Magus here? Is that insane? It's kind of insane. They have a bunch of basics at this point. Magus isn't very good. But if they, like, draw Plow off the standstills, we still get a body. I think this is fine. Does take them off double blue. I don't know how much that matters. Another snap for Plow? Sure. Opponent loves casting Snapcaster Mage. I can't fault them. Fucking sweet-ass card to cast. Snap for the Pyroclasm Synergy. What's my next turn looking like? A Johnny Mom? Probably. Would really love to flip this at Johnny. Like, if we manage to finagle ourselves into like a Johnny Bombardiers, we can clean up these Snapcasters really well. Land for a Johnny Bombardier would be good. Yeah, I mean, I imagine my opponent is going to have something in their 6 card, putting 2 cards back hand to interrupt that, which is why I kind of want to get to hold up the Caracas for the Johnny, and we just like play a Johnny Mom, and then the Mom starts to try to break things up. It's Underground Sea. It's so ominous. Sure, yeah, you get a Timeless Dragon. What are you getting back here? Lorien revealed? Prismatic ending? Sure. These cards aren't very useful, huh? I'm gonna draw 3 next turn? That's not super exciting for me. Fair enough. It's definitely not bad for them. Untap, draw 3. They're down how many plows? Is it just 2? 1. Jesus, this is not good for me. Play Magus there so we can see the 4th Aerolink. I'm not playing the Magus. I guess I'll plow the Snapcaster Mage, huh? Not getting much better for me. Wait, is this just working? Do they have Counterspell here? I just have to play into it. I don't really get to futz around with... If they Counterspell the broadside, we can still clear the Emperor at least. If they don't have exactly Counterspell here, then we just get to, like, absolutely toast them with the broadside. I mean, we could, like, Wasteland and cast Magus of the Moon. We could, like... The play would be, like, Wasteland, Tundra, attack, send these two at a Johnny. If they block the Cat Warrior, they... No, they would never do that. They'd just block the Johnny. I think we just... Bomba. Sure. Bye-bye UC. I don't even know if I should Wasteland it. Didn't play around Daze. If I get dazed, I'm shutting the stream off. Oh, wow, this just resolved, huh? So how do I do this? Send this at Wandering Emperor. A Johnny... Oh, the face doesn't matter at all, because I want to kill the Snapcaster Mage, right? I want to kill these both. So, send face through cat at Emperor. I guess that's the same thing. Oh, and then the zero. No, the zero deals more damage to their face. So I just deal 2 here. So I just send this at Wandering Emperor. I'm just gonna Wasteland this now so I don't have to think about it. Should I be Wastelanding there? Maybe not. Send this here. I guess Cat Token goes at face, and if they just block, then I don't have to sack, right? It does the same thing. This is fine. I can even sack the Cat Warrior token that comes off the Ajani if I want afterwards. Because this flips the Ajani anyway, and I have the red permanent. Yeah, this is fine. Why throw? I didn't throw. I don't have to throw. Why throw this Cat Warrior? I'm probably not going to. I'm just saying I have the option. I'd rather have more board presence, I believe. There's the Wrath that we haven't seen for 100 turns, sure. And there's the Wasteland for my 3rd land after I speed the Wasteland. Of course. And then there's... Wait, what? What? Opponent, you know how my card works, right? I'm not cracking the standstill. You could have that. I mean, they have a Timeless Dragon, I guess? I can beat the Timeless Dragon, though, right? Wow, these draws have actually been really good. I almost want to crack this, but I just plus here, right? I just plus, this Ajani goes to 1, and then I 0 the next turn, and then I have 5 power in play, right? And then I just win the race. I guess it's kind of awkward because this Timeless Dragon actually blocks my Cat Warrior. So I don't win the race. Am I supposed to Was I supposed to cast a Johnny? Fuck. Because now if I 0, I can attack them for 3, but then this 4/4 walls my board. Do I cast a Johnny here now? And just plus the Johnny again, just make a giant board state? I could plus 2 again, but then we just trade things, and then they're favored. If I plus again, hit them, they kill the Ajani. And then they just don't attack the following turn. Eventually I trade into this, and then they're favored because they have 2 more Timeless Dragons in their deck. I think I do have to crack the Standstill, which actually kind of sucks, which means I should have cracked it a couple turns ago. Because now they can just, like, hardcast Force or whatever. Oh shit, that just worked. Now I think I will plus this. Maybe not. Maybe I just 0, make more guys. So, like, if the Timeless Dragon blocks, then this Ajani just flips. And then pluses. I guess this is worse against Pyroclasm, which I guess they can't actually cast. Currently. I think I should have plussed it there, though. Play around Pyroclasm. Alright, no Pyroclasm's good. Could be a little cognizant of clock, but we are a minute up on our opponent, so. Pending the giant. Oh, wait. Oh, I guess that works. Magus next turn kills Timeless Dragon. They're gonna kill my Ajani, like the thing they're doing right now. But they also were going to attack the Ajani. Lorien revealed? Oh, hardcast Timeless Dragon, sure. This is 9 damage? Jesus Christ, that's so much damage. We're just gonna die to Timeless Dragon Beats unless we find something. I think I attack here. Might be dead. Dang. I should have did the math on the fucking Standstill turn more. If I had just cast the Ajani like the Magus even like the first turn, would have had a better shot. A lot of cards to draw towards at least. Fetching both is bad because it means if I answer the 1 Timeless Dragon, but also it means that they could potentially wasteland me. We have to fetch at least once, and I think we have to fetch Surveil Land. I guess we can just fetch Surveil twice. That doesn't do it, right? We play the... If they have literal nothing in hand, we play this, flip a Johnny, plus it. We only have 3 attackers, right? And that's 3, 6, 9. They would go to 2. This is not good enough. We now need to just find... Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we need to find, like, Formalware or Broadside Bombardier, I think? Again, assuming they have literal nothing. Solitude doesn't do it anymore because we had to double fetch. We put Yori in our hand and Solitude. Oh no, we can Solitude this, go to 1. And then, what? Draw, top deck another out to the other Timeless Dragon, I guess? We only hit them for 6, 7. Yeah, we're not winning the race. 7 to 4, up to 9, yeah. We just have to top this and hope. Alright, draw Flicker Whiz, Broadside Bombardier. Pre-war formal wear. Nice, Aether Vial, perfect. Dang, what a game, huh? Yeah, I think if I'd slowed down a little bit and done the math on that standstill, I was like so thrown off by how incredulous it looked. But I mean, it made sense. The math kills the Ajani before it ends up mattering. Could have cast my spells much earlier and not like died like this. 2 damage. Yeah, 2 damage off makes me wonder if like we maybe missed some damage somewhere. If I like had thrown the Bombardier token the turn we got Supreme Verdicted, right? That adds up to 2 damage too. But we also, I think I should have. What was which turn was that? That was the first time we flipped to Johnny, so we weren't playing our Pyroclasm then because we had the Mom. We could have thrown it then, but I think I valued the board presence more. We hadn't seen a single Supreme Verdict out of my opponent's deck. I don't feel too terrible about that loss.
Husband, is it cake time?
Yeah, go get some cake. I can show off the cake. I made this cake. Strawberry shortcake. That's me. Actually, no, I was gonna go get some. Anyway, I'll play another round. I mean, we'll play both the rounds, but we'll play one more round and then do the Playpoint giveaway. Let's start a round and eat strawberry shortcake, I think. God, I wore this sweater for the holidays, but it's actually so fucking hot in this room. I'm actually starting to sweat a little bit. Is there anything else I could have done differently? I think the big decision was like understanding the standstill math versus the flip to Johnny and the Lion Sash in the graveyard, because we immediately drew a Johnny that turn. So if we just immediately went, okay, cast a Johnny into your standstill plus on my Johnny, make a big board like that, then rather than like 0 plus the like 0 on an empty board and then like plus on 1 token and do nothing, we like wasted 2 turns of stuff when the onus was on us to start casting spells. Also could have potentially like just timed out my opponent if I just had made a 4-3 and just never cracked the standstill. I think my opponent probably would have timed out before they found a second Timeless Dragon. They actually drew that other one pretty quick though, so maybe not. Who knows? It's fine. Certainly not the greatest in the world. But we have like the Wombo combo, right? We got Solitude. Turn 1 Surveil on the play is always like a little bit awkward because like I don't know what this hand is looking for. If my opponent's a Wasteland deck, then I want another land. But if my opponent's not a Wasteland deck, I don't really want another land. If I see like a Thalia on top, am I supposed to keep it versus like a mulligan to 6 in the blind? I'm gonna do it anyway though, just because it. Well, that's one I want to milk because I don't really want to cast it on turn 2. Fair enough. Chrome Mox, uh-oh. Don't you fucking blood moon me. Magus the Moon, you can do that. Whoa. Cavern Souls? Is this like red-green initiative?
Yeah.
Cake. Look at my cake, chat. You can't have any. Warrior. Is Caves of Chaos Adventurer a warrior? That's fine. This is definitely a match where I can enjoy cake and not be worried about timing out.
Was that sarcastic?
No. This matchup is going to go very fast. This seems like red-green initiative, I think. This means if my opponent just like casts Caves of Chaos Adventure or the 3/4 next turn, then they're just gonna fucking die. Come on, Spirit Guide, initiative thing. He'll be fine. Trust. Trust me, your opponent. I have your best intentions at heart.
Really, no.
Yeah, come on. Come on, cast your stupid 4-drop. This is not the stupid 4-drop I expected. What's happening? They didn't take Broadside Bomb? Isn't Broadside Bomb just gonna, like, fucking obliterate them? They took Solitude? Huh? That is a scary, stupid 4-drop, yes. It definitely is. It's not the one that I expected. But also, they... why'd they take... I'm so confused. What is my opponent doing? Some weird line breaker deck, maybe? Like mono red Eldrazi Stompy? They got like Blood Sun and stuff, maybe? What is Warrior? Caves of Chaos Avenger is a warrior, right? Am I crazy? Is it a human warrior? Okay, so attack with both is free here because if they block here, it takes 2 damage, flips the Ajani, zeros to deal the other 2 damage anyway. Just like it was, just like what happened against Jeskai. It's a barbarian? What the fuck is... Okay, so now that they didn't block, we get a free 2 damage in and then throw the Cat Warrior at the Thought-Knot Seer. Flip the Ajani. Deal it 2 damage, then deal it 2 more damage. Kill a draw card. Perfect. More Thalias. Warriors have Wingding for... I mean, I get that it is a Wingding for Eldrazi cards, but presumably they have some sort of red warrior in their deck. Okay, they're dead. Otherwise, I mean, you don't have to put it on Eldrazi once you know your opponent's on death and taxes or whatever, but presumably they have non-Eldrazi creatures in their deck. Goblin Rabblemaster? That thing's a warrior, I think. Why warrior over like Goblin? Oh yeah, we saw Broadside? So that would make even more sense to name warrior. They have to have... Is Laelia a warrior? They have to have Fable the Mirror Breaker in their deck. They're like a Stompy deck, the red Stompy deck. They just have to have Fable. So like Tambrice is probably the choice. I really don't know how I'm supposed to be sideboarding here. Spirit Warrior? Alright, maybe like a Laelia plus Rabble. So many cards in your deck already, though. They showed us. I mean, they already had the red source, so the name didn't matter a ton. But I don't know what's going on there. It's probably just like shave 3 Thalias or something, huh? Maybe Lion Sash is worse than a Thalia. Thalia's pretty bad if they do have Laelia, because it doesn't block Laelia ever. At least you know this opponent isn't on the fun. They could be on the fun of 4th Terralingus. We don't know. We didn't see any white mana yet. They could have it. Oh wait, these Magus-Moons seem horrible, huh? The Magus-Moons maybe aren't horrible. They turn off Thought-Knot. Maybe they have more. But like generally speaking, I don't think I want Magus-Moon in my deck here. Hard to cast red-white cards with, yeah, with Wingdings mana cards, too. I don't know what my opponent's doing. My guess is some sort of Blood Sun Eldrazi deck. Maybe, like, P-Fire? Is that card I should have thought about in sideboarding? I guess there's not a lot I could do. We already have the Lion Sash in our deck, at least. Well, keep this. It's good enough. Functional against Blood Sun. Good against Blood Moon. Decent against Chalice of the Void. Seems fine. Bad versus, like, a really, like, just a really aggro, real, like, fast mana dense, just, like, cast a 4-drop on turn 1 start, but a lot of your D&T hands are going to be bad there. There's a chance I wanted to even board in Mindbreak Trap. I don't know how all in they are, but we did see Chrome Mox and Petal. But I don't think they're, like, red-white initiative levels of all in. I'm usually either very happy or very sad to see turn 1 City as D&T. Depends a lot on the card they're going to cast here. I mean, that's kind of fine. It's a little annoying for our Aether Vial, but that's not bad. If they jam turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer, am I supposed to Solitude it? I don't think I am. That was completely fine. Maybe not completely fine. It's a little bit annoying, but... What's the follow-up here? Red land threatening 3-drop of some kind? Lalia would be fine, because it would get 1 counter and then we could Solitude it, and it wouldn't draw a card because they have a Trinisphere. Thought-Knot Seer would be a little annoying, but pretty manageable. I love 3-Ball. I know it's not great now, but it takes me back. 3-Ball is a nice one. I think it's like it's aged really poorly just in general in Legacy, I think. I guess this is okay. It's a spell. It's a potential thing to cast specifically on turn 4, so I have the ability to do something with 5 mana on turn 5. What makes it age poorly? Decks are better at hitting their land drops. Like, just in general, just the existence of, like, cyclers, decks are just in general better at operating at, like, high. Like, there are more cards that, like, help you convert your lands in the late game. Just because the Wizards has loved trying to mitigate flood feel bads. And like turn 1 Trinisphere to like lock it out of your opponent who kept the like 1 land like Ponder hand or whatever. Just those games happen less. The rise of other different types of Stompy decks existing makes your Trinispheres worse. The rise of more like Reanimator rather than spell-based combo where your opponent can just, you know, entomb and then maybe not untap Reanimate, but like on a 3rd land instantly Reanimate, whereas like in Trinispheres, the nuts against like Dark Ritual, Tendrils of Agony, that sort of stuff, right? Anyway. I think I'm just casting this. Am I gonna get like Kozilek's commanded here? What's happening? Like exile my Ajani, make some guys? No? They just don't have anything? Alright, whatever. Eat this cake. Yeah, maybe stuck on red, they just like kept Chalice into Trinisphere against the mostly mono white deck. They just cast a threat of like any kind. It's not very scary. They cast like a... Wow. Impressive. That is an impressively not threatening play. Indescribably not scary. We do have to be a little cognizant if we just get aggressive and like flip broad, like a Johnny attack all, or broadside attack all, flip a Johnny or whatever. They could broadside down. I guess they can only kill our broadside or the Ajani though, which is fine. I'm gonna stop fetching. We're Blood Moon proof enough if they somehow have Blood Moon or Blood Sun in their deck. There's a world where we get like burst down by some real like multiple broadside bombardiers throwing Trinispheres or something. I just want to kill my opponent. I think this is probably just the play. Just sits up for lethal next turn. Reduces their life total very drastically when they're sitting on Ancient Tomb. If they have like broadside, they have to kill the Ajani or the broadside bombardiers, and then we can clean up the broadside with Solitude afterwards. If they kill the Ajani, I think they... Okay, cool. I guess we'll just never know what the opponent was playing there. Just a very unusual looking, my guess is like mono red Eldrazi Blood Sun sort of deck. Let's run the giveaway though. Let's run a little giveaway, giving out 120 play points. Also, it'll give me some time to eat this cake. Alright, cake's gonna be the giveaway word, actually. Exclamation point, giveaway, cake. Type cake in the chat to enter in the little raffle to get 120 play points, courtesy of the fine folks over at Daybreak Games. Shout out to them, giving me these codes to give out to the community. Get your cakes in chat. This is the 4th one. We got one more to give away. I guess we'll give it away on Thursday if I end up doing that stream. We might stream the qualifier. If not, we'll give it away on Sunday. Or not Sunday, on the 31st, which is the last stream of the year and month, I guess. Get your cakes in chat, everybody. Also, thank you, Jake556, for the follow. Appreciate it. Spam your cakes while I continue to eat this cake. We got one more round of Legacy tonight. This deck's been feeling pretty good. I think I might register this. We played against a lot of nonsense. It's not the greatest litmus test. Like, we played against Maverick, 2014 Jeskai Standstill with the Underground Sea. And then, like, some weird mono-red Eldrazi deck. Pretty handily beat the pants off of Nadu. That was about it. It's, like, not a great litmus test of, like, I feel good about registering this in a tournament, but I don't know. I just think Red-White D&G is really good. Our drastic sideboard changes haven't come up, but I'll be happy if I play against a Oops player or whatever. Well, as happy as one can be when playing against Oops, I suppose. Get your last cakes in chat. I'll do the giveaway here. Let's wrap this up. I'm gonna type exclamation point cake. I'm gonna be sad the cake. The cake is, you could see me eating the cake on the stream. The cake literally cannot be a lie. Giveaway. Doublelution. You win your play points. Congratulations. Let me grab that code for you. Whisper. Bam. There you go. Enjoy your play points. Do whatever you want with them. Use them. Give them to a friend. Light them on fire. They're yours to do with whatever you see fit. Anyway, last round of the stream today. Last round of the league. Playing for the 4-1. I do love the fact that I've added both Leyline and Mind. I tried making this just on a 4-color sideboard. When I opened it up or when I was opening up for the stream or whatever, it was in 6 piles, I think, because it sorted by color. And it was like scooted off to the side. I'm not used to that, because it's usually like a bunch of white cards and then red cards and then sometimes a couple of colorless. But then we had like 2 new columns here. But yeah, maybe I just like listened to Faulted Form talk too much, but like the Oops deck just looks really scary right now. I don't know. I just keep seeing just Oops players just like beat the crap out of like everything, just like beating like 5 hate cards or whatever. Really scares me. I think that deck is really good right now, and it's just kind of underplayed because no one wants to play Oops, which is understandable. It's not. For many people that play Magic, those sorts of like turn 1 combo decks are just not fun to play over and over and over again. When I was last seen on Eldrazi, it'd be nice to play against another real deck. Get the crap kicked out of me, make me feel bad about my Eldrazi matchup. That works. Seems fine. Not thrilling. We'll keep it on 6. Bottom is Parlor. We can go turn 1 Parlor. Turn 2 Stoneforge. Looks like Eldrazi to me. Could be like Moonstomp or whatever, but it really doesn't dictate a lot. Oh, well. Alright, fine. I see how it is. We have 4 lands here. We want more spells. Dig for like Magus if they are on Eldrazi. Yeah. TKS? Yep. That's pretty rough. Take my Stoneforge. Getting beat the hell up, huh? Classic Eldrazi curve. Maybe we'll top deck like a Johnny. Stoneforge. Hey, like that. Look at that. The old Thoughtseize bug. What do I get here, though, is the question. Is it just Cauldron check them? Feels really bad into K command. Hey, Eureka, how's it going? At me when you're done so I can queue. This is my last match of the night, so you don't have to worry about farming me. Merry Christmas Eve to you as well. Chainsaw doesn't do anything against Thought Knot. Cauldron's not good against K-Command specifically. Formal Wear is just not very great against Eldrazi for a lot of reasons. They exile all your stuff. I think it's between Cauldron and Chainsaw for me, so I think it's just Cauldron. It's really good if it happens. If they have exactly K-Command. If they have, like, Chalice into Thought Knot into, like, a big K-Command or whatever, I'll just cry a lot about it, and that'll be that. I just get a lot of complaint equity about my opponent having spells in their deck. You got it, boss. This couldn't possibly be a Kozilek's command. I guess I just say go here? Just like Stonewalls a Thought Knot? Or like makes them waste mana? If they have nothing, then I'm still just killing them next turn with Cauldron into Bombardiers, right? It's just 7+9 damage, so it's already lethal. I'm not gonna play this tapped Witch Enchanter, because I could top deck Solitude. I'm just gonna do this and say go. When did the Feels Bad Man thing turn into Pepe the Frog? Wasn't it always the frog? They know I have Broadside, though. So they would have killed the Stoneforge, not let me have a Cauldron in play. Why didn't they? They just not have anything? They just, like, kept Chalice Thought Not lands? Maybe they have the 7-drop? So much mana. This is just a Cosmos Command that they're continuing to hold up, and they're just going to Cosmos Command for, like, 100? I mean, I'm just going to do it. They're just dead! They just didn't have it! That never happens! They also weren't just dead, were they? Wasn't that not lethal? Because they could, like, chump block the Cauldron? I mean, I guess if they have nothing, then they're just, like, really just up shit creek. Jeez. I mean, I would, like, keep, like, Chalice Thought Not lands and feel pretty confident, like, you just, like, draw, like, a spell down the road and just, like, your hand is very good. It's hard to pass up those hands, certainly. Boarding Magus and Split Ups, cut Thalia's, because Mom protects Magus from Dismember, at least, or protects, like, Ajani and Bombardiers from Dismember. They're both not great cards to leave in, but such is life. They weren't that far. Yeah, that's gonna be like, double Ancient Tomb, like, Ivugan Chalice Thought Knot means, like, you get to, like, that activate eye stage of the game pretty quick. I get it. It makes sense. Just seems like they drew a couple of lands and then died to a bajillion damage. I think I should have attacked that turn, though. What are the last 2 cards on the 4th column from the left? 1, 2, 3, 4. These split ups. 4th column from the left in the sideboard is just red blasts, so yeah. Split up's my anti-Eldrazi technology of being worse than Wrath of the Skies versus stuff like Nadu and Painter, but being a serviceable card versus, like, Delver, and being, like, pretty potent versus some Eldrazi hands. Sometimes bad, but, you know, them's the breaks. Do I get better than Battle by Order? I think Battle by Order, I guess Battle can come back a little bit. I think Battle was unplayable while Frog was legal. Frog's no longer legal, so Battle does gain a little bit of equity, but it is awkward that Battle still misses, like, Glaring Fleshraker and Eldrazi spawns. There are, like, a couple other 2/2s in the Eldrazi deck. Seems fine. Hopefully my opponent doesn't chalice me. Definitely not the greatest hand I've ever kept. Alright, alright. I kind of want to incentivize them to wasteland me, but... yeah, if they're wastelanding me when I have a Aether Vial in play, I'm feeling pretty confident here. Next, if they, like, play, like, Fleshraker, we have, like, Wasteland for Soul Land, plus Plow the Fleshraker. Hopefully they don't get too crazy with it. Oh man, I liked my Aether Vial. Oh, we got some lands at least. Gets a little dicier to activate my Wasteland in the face of, like, us exchanging Wastelands and stuff now. I think I am supposed to Wasteland this Soul Land still. Maybe not. Maybe if we draw land? Fuck. My opponent's 5 cards in their hand. Wastelanding them here is like wastelanding them twice, but I also know that I have no more lands after this. Yeah, this deck does flood a lot, but, like, they grabbed the Soul Land with the 1 spawn at a time, which makes me just think that it's a little weaker. I think we have an opening here to wasteland them next turn if we smell blood in the water still. We don't have enough information that I think we can afford to just wait a little bit longer. They thought not me. Gets a little ugly. What'd the flute name? My Aether Vial. This is just K command for 2, maybe? That kind of sucks for me. But it also makes that I definitely don't want to wasteland them because they're going to have a bunch of mana. if they don't K command me on end step, I'm gonna wasteland them. They have to K command me on end step, right? This just has to be make 2 guys draw 2. Problem is that the second wasteland still doesn't do anything. Doesn't like I don't want to fetch Mount. I guess maybe I do want to fetch Mountain and Blood Moon my opponent a little bit, huh? Not a lot though. 1 top, 1 bottom. Like I guess I could Blood Moon them and then have like double broadside. Yeah, I kind of do want to do all that, huh? I might be forced to fetch planes if I want to cast this plow on a thing that they cast here, like a Thought Knot or a Flesh Raker, yeah. We just need to hope that we draw. Can I just plow this now? 1, 2. Maybe this was stupid. Maybe I should have just actually untapped. Because if I draw white source, I could cast Split Up. If I draw red source, I could... I guess we draw red source, we just Bombardier or Magus after this. I'll just draw another land, it'll be fine. I'm so good at this game, chat, you've no idea. So this could be another Kozilek's Command. Do they have Kozilek's Command for enough to kill a Magus? Yes, right? Float mana here. They have 3 mana, even including the Ivugan cannot be used to pay 2 and to kill a Magus. They have exactly enough. I could just Bombardier. Throw the Violet one of these spawns. Doesn't seem bad. Starts clearing the path for the Magus. Starts clearing their removal out of my way, potentially. I guess I could just split up 2 spawns, but I do want to bait the removal. And there we go. Yeah, there's the Dismember. Sacking the spawn instead of paying 2 life is potentially good for me. Flesh Raker? No. Oh, we're getting all of our lands blown up. All right, cool. Never mind. Fun. Both teams tried hard. All right. We'll go game 3. It's fine. You win that round, opponent. Sowing Micah Spawn is very rapidly rising up the ranks of, like, the least fun cards I have to see across the table for me. Doesn't crack top 3. I think my top 3 most hated cards are... what comes after Oko and Thoracle? Nadu, I guess? Nadu's probably... yeah, Nadu's probably less fun. Flesh Raker probably top 5. Dreaded Arcanist? Dreaded Arcanist is, like, fine. It's not fun to play against. It's just, like, similarly fun as Frog. Probably a little bit more irritating. Echo, and that's a pretty not fun one, yeah. Luckily, most people putting Echo in their decks just aren't playing very good decks, though. So it does kind of take a little bit of the sting away. Got him just time to see you can see do a TKS on this deck. Well, we conceded to getting double Stone Rains, and then the Thought Knot just made me really want to pack it in. This hand's not great, but it's fine. Damn, fried me. I gotta take my shots where I can get them. I'm not getting any dubs when we play, so. Maybe this was actually Caracas there. Because I don't... yeah, I think we just... switch basics. I was thinking, 1 is like the worst number of non-basics to have in play. because they can always just get they can kill one of your basics and wasteland your one non-basic. So you usually want like all or nothing, and this hand isn't a nothing hand, so might have just wanted to be an all hand. Oh, never mind. Now we can go get a bunch of basics. We can be an all basics hand. I think it's Stoneforge for Cauldra here. They have we can play on Dismember. They have K command for Stoneforge. They have like Thought Knot for Cauldra. Both of those cases are acceptable. Not great, obviously, but definitely want to put the pressure on them. No play on turn 1, though, means that we're almost certainly getting, like, Thought Knotted on turn 2, yeah. Could mean, like, Flesh Raker turn or something, but we have Plow and Cauldra here. Lines up pretty nicely. We can also just top deck Magus of the Moon. That'd be pretty nice. Be pretty chill. Mom's not good in this matchup. Thalia's not good either. Mom is in this matchup over Thalia specifically because it protects your Magus of the Moon from Dismember, which is what we're about to do. We're about to recruit her for Magus of the Moon. How do I want to sequence this? Does it matter? I guess I want all basics in play, right? Because if they, like, kick a microspawn or whatever, they can't take me off of Magus. If I play a Caracas and they have, like, 6 mana, microspawn, wasteland your Caracas, exile your planes, send them far away. So we just fetch the mountain. If they, like, microspawn, exile the mountain, we can just fetch the plateau. We could, like, hide our red source and make them think we don't have it or something, but when I'm recruiting it, that plan doesn't seem super great. Magus isn't the most exciting here. Plays poorly into a number of different cards my opponent could have. Alright, so this is what microspawn for basic wastes. It's still not bad, because we get to turn off a lot of the cards in their deck. This one gets held for, like, Solitude fodder. I could fetch Surveilland, or more likely I'm going to just plow this Thought Knot Seer. Would really love to hold on to this plow for a Flesh Raker. Interesting. I think we just have to plow here. Lion Sash has some food, not a lot of white sources. I think I'm just going to add Yorion to my hand, so I'll play Thalia here. There's not some crazy flash bullshit I'm supposed to be playing around here, right? Should I like plan on double locking this Micah spawn? No. We'll go to 7 and then cast Yorion. It'll be fine. Yorion flickers, Stoneforge, and Recruiter. Goes and gets Chainsaw so we can start attacking, plus Recruiter for Solitude. Yeah, this seems pretty fine to me. Started playing Giver and Dreadnought because of this matchup. I've definitely considered it. Formal Wear doesn't do a lot. Chainsaw just clears the path. Chainsaw also, we can just Chainsaw our own Ajani token here. Wait, are they like dead if I get like Broadside Bombardiers instead of Solitude? Are they dead if I don't? If I Chainsaw... If I just Chainsaw this, play Bombardier attack for 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, this is just lethal. Guess maybe this was a little bit greedy. Because they could have, Solitude in hand means I'm a little bit safer from Fleshraker. I might have zeroed in on lethal when I shouldn't have. But I think I'm fairly safe, all things considered. Because it's hard for them to use Fleshraker to generate double colorless, which is the only thing we're really that scared of. In general, how's D&T and Eldrazi? Not great. The red splash definitely helps, though. Like, Magus-Moon, like, single-handedly putting this matchup on his back. I hope my opponent is typing in chat. GG's. Doesn't seem like it. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. What happens after this? I mean, I can't do anything about this, so fair enough. Go crazy, opponent. Let's see what they have afterwards. We still have a lot of damage. This is like... Ooh, Devourer. Alright, alright. I think we're still in the driver's seat here. I'm gonna re-Magus. Am I supposed to block this now that we don't have, like, lethals? We untap, and we just fetch planes, play Magus plus Ajani. So we just double block with Recruiter plus Thalia. Yeah, it's big, but it's not that threatening. Oh, shoot. Can't double spell anymore, huh? Well, I guess we can play Mom. Mom to chump block Devourer of Destiny ain't bad here, huh? Recruiter has to be better than Mom, right? We're specifically picking on my opponent having Dismember in their hand. I will go to 7 and chump block this. And then we will Chainsaw Johnny, take over the game. Hopefully. Do we have lethal, actually? Not quite, right? What is this? What is this? I'm so scared. Oh. That is kind of scary, honestly. I guess we just kill it, right? Chainsaw Johnny, Chainsaw it, flips it, 0, kills Null Drifter. We can jump block this with Stoneforge and trade on the Wastegate Battle Mage, so yeah. deck like that. We will chump block here. And I think we have lethal next turn. We have to have lethal next turn. Oh, this is going at the Ajani. I guess we just chump block the Devourer then. Broadside's a dumb card. Definitely does a lot of damage. Block here. Keep more things around for damage. Let the thing go to 1. That's fine. Why does it deal 2+2 damage? Yeah. Broadside definitely was not designed for constructed playability. Just a random EDH throwaway card that just had numbers that lined up really well. I think I didn't do the math, but Broadside's lethal here, right? Is Broadside lethal now? Let's see if we draw like another land. Would make it super lethal, yeah. Yeah, we did it. Got the 4-1. Nice. Got a handy win. I wish I knew if my opponent actually had Dismember in their hand and I was like really smart for the leave-in mom choice. But like it is very specifically Thalia and Mom are both close to textless versus Eldrazi. You leave in Mom because it very specifically protects Magus of the Moon from Dismember, which is like half of their reasonable ways to answer the card. That is the long and the short of it. And like maybe it's a world that we should be playing Giver of Runes at this point. As Eldrazi increases in stock, Bowmaster increases in stock, makes Giver a little bit better. Maybe that's enough reason to start thinking about Giver some more again. But because I didn't quite pull the trigger on Giver because Eldrazi wasn't good enough during the Frog era. But maybe the addition of like the bans making Eldrazi better, making Bowmaster better. Maybe that's enough to swing the pendulum back towards Giver. It's definitely something to think about. Or maybe decide to toss Thalia back in. Most of the Spirit got a lot worse, and I wanted something that like looked better versus the combo decks. Like Oops, or like the Storm decks, or some of the Storm decks are also Echo decks, so Spirit's okay there, but just Thalia looks a little bit better versus some of the combo decks if you can like get to that stage of the game. They're both similarly mediocre, like both Spirit and Thalia are kind of mediocre versus Nadu, and textless versus Eldrazi, and like pretty bad versus Moonstompy. So they're like very replacement level cards. You could even potentially play like a split of them, maybe like 3 Thalia, 1 Spirit, so sometimes you want to recruit Spirit versus the 1 ring, stuff like that. That's pretty much the long and the short of it, I guess. I would like to play a different 2-drop, just a 2-drop that isn't Thalia or Spirit, something like really cool and good in that slot, but I just don't know if that exists, and if it is, like, or what that is. If only such a thing existed, yeah. If I could just play like 8 Ajani's, I probably would. But yeah, this list feels very good. We didn't like board in the anti-combo stuff. We just played against a bunch of like fair decks. What did we play against? Nadu, Maverick, Jeskai, that weird mono red Eldrazi deck, and then normal Eldrazi. Next J Invitational card. Yeah, when I win the Pro Tour and then get invited to Worlds and then win Worlds, I'll be sure that WotC prints a really good 2-mana Hate Bear as my World Champion card. It'll be like PVDDR's card, except like 10 times as playable. Elite-er Spellbinder. Is Rest in Peace Hate Bear still decent? Probably not. Rest in Peace Hate Bear's like would be like maybe sideboard. Like I'd probably sideboard a copy, but not nearly like the main deck 4 of that it was like a year ago. Flicker Wisp but 2 mana. Literally everything else is the same. I mean, I'd take it. It wouldn't solve your problems, but it'd be really fucked up. if Oops becomes meta, White Orc and Phantom means become real. 2-mana Stone Rain versus the deck that can kill you from, like, nothing doesn't really seem where I'd want to be. I think I'd rather be casting Thalia versus that deck. But it certainly gets, like, a little bit better if it's, like, Eldrazi and Oops are, like, some of the top decks. But, like, it's so bad versus Nadu is, like, a huge minus for that card. What kind of 1 white hate bear would I want right now? I'm not experienced in the rules to make this card work within, like, how the rules text of Magic the Gathering, but I feel like this card could exist, which is just, like, Meddling Mage, but it just takes the text off of a permanent. Like, as it enters the battlefield, name a non-land permanent, let's say, so you can't, like, delete the mana abilities of your opponent's lands or something. But, like, name a card, permanents with that name have no abilities or something like that. I don't know if that would be too broken. There's probably some, like, really, like, it's probably imbalanced in some way, but that's just a card that I think about a lot. Something that you can, like, name Thassa's Oracle and have counterplay against, but, like, isn't textless in a lot of fair matchups where you can name, like, you know, Murktide Regent or, like, turn a DRC into a 1/1. Dreadnought, sure. I mean, maybe you can make it one-sided too. But, like, maybe it's cool that you get to play it in a Dreadnought deck, right? You just get 1 mana 12 flip. It loses trample, so you can chump block it, which is, like, has some amount of play to it. But, like, you can name, like, the One Ring or whatever. Yeah, it's like a variant of, like, Phyrexian Revoker, Meddling Mage type card, but, and, like, it doesn't feel like it's, like, super busted in, like, smaller formats, right? Because you're casting a big creature or whatever, and, like, maybe it's, like, too good against, like, a 6-mana planeswalker or whatever, like, but, like, it's, like, I guess it's the same as just Phyrexian Revoker versus something like that, so it's, like, not that different. I don't know. It's just a card that I think about a lot, mostly because I hate Thassa's Oracle. Similar to the white, green, and bear that makes, I mean, that just changes the stat line of it, right? It doesn't change the text on it at all. It just makes everything a 2/2. I just want, like, targeted humility, basically. Anyway, let's find someone to raid, huh? Like, yeah, I assume that you could, like, write rules text that make that work in a way that makes sense. I have no idea if it's, like, super broken or something. Targeted humility. I mean, yeah, cards is, I think it's fine. Alright, let's find someone to raid, huh? Who's streaming? Dingo Christmas Eve stream? Let's go raid Dingo, huh? Old, reliable. Dingo's always on whenever I need someone to raid. That man streams so much, I don't understand. Real respect for his craft. Yes, have a happy holidays, everybody in chat, wherever you are in the world. I will most likely be back. Watch on, like, Blue Sky or whatever, I guess, to make sure, because I'll post about it. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to stream the super or whatever qualifier on Thursday. Yeah, it's a super qualifier. I'll likely be streaming this. I'll also likely be playing Red White D&T. It was feeling pretty good today. Pretty happy with it. So I will send you all off to go say hi to Dingo for me. And I hope you enjoy your holidays. And I don't know, follow me on Twitch and YouTube and stuff. And Blue Sky. That's it.